All right. Ready to dive into Agile transformation.
Let's do it.
It's everywhere in software development,
Yeah,
changing how we build software,
it really is.
especially for bigger companies.
Yeah, especially for larger organizations, it's been a game changer.
So, where did Agile even come from?
It's interesting.
Wasn't it all super rigid plans and tons of documentation?
Yeah, you're thinking about the waterfall method.
Okay.
That was the way to do it for a long time.
Right.
But, the internet kind of changed everything.
Huh.
Open source software started taking off.
Yeah.
Everything started moving a lot faster.
Makes sense.
Developers needed a way to adapt.
Yeah.
So methodologies like Scrum and pragmatic programming started popping up,
Okay.
all about collaboration, iterative development,
Right.
and that kind of set the stage for the Agile Manifesto.
Oh, the Agile Manifesto in 2001.
Yeah, in 2001.
Was that like a giant, we're doing things differently now declaration?
It was a pretty big deal. It laid out a set of values and principles,
Right.
and it really prioritized people over processes.
Okay.
Working software over documentation.
Yeah.
Customer collaboration.
Right.
Responding to change, basically.
Yeah.
It was all about empowering teams to deliver value quickly
Uh-huh.
and to be able to adapt quickly as things changed.
That's super important in today's world.
Yeah.
So what happens when you have a massive organization,
Right.
a huge project, not exactly small?
Yeah.
Can you just sprinkle Agile fairy dust and have it all work out?
Not quite. No,
Like
it's
that
not
here.
quite that simple.
Right.
As Agile started gaining traction, people realized,
Yep.
they needed ways to scale it up
Yeah.
for larger, more complex projects.
Right.
And that's where Agile scaling frameworks came in.
Okay, so Agile scaling frameworks,
Think of them as blueprints
blueprints.
for adapting those core Agile principles to bigger scenarios.
So instead of a cheetah, we're talking about a giant Agile elephant.
That's a good way to put it. Okay.
SAFE is a popular one.
Safe.
A
Okay.
scaled Agile framework.
Uh-huh.
And then there's less S, large-scale Scrum.
Right.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
These frameworks, they aren't one size fits all.
Of course not.
Every organization's different.
Right.
They have their own challenges, their own, quirks.
Yeah.
The key is to adapt the framework to your specific needs.
So you're not blindly following a set of rules.
Yeah.
You're tailoring it to your own unique situation.
Yeah, it's about understanding those core principles.
Right.
Figuring out how to apply them in a way that makes sense for you.
So let's say a company decides to go all in on this transformation.
Well,
What's the payoff?
Well, I think there are some seriously compelling benefits.
Okay, real benefits.
Yeah, and we're not just talking anecdotal evidence here.
Right.
Research and data back this up.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, so for starters, think about faster time to market.
The faster time to market.
Yeah, Agile's all about those frequent releases.
Iterative development.
Yeah.
It means companies can get products and services out the door much quicker,
Okay.
which is crucial these days.
It really is.
And it's not just speed.
Yep.
It's about quality, too.
Got it.
By incorporating continuous testing and feedback loops,
Uh-huh.
Agile teams can catch bugs early,
Right.
leading to higher quality software.
Makes sense.
Happier users.
So it's a win-win on both the speed and quality fronts.
Exactly.
Impressive.
And there are more perks.
Oh, there are more.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, tell me more.
Increased transparency.
Transparency.
Yeah, with visual management tools and collaborative practices,
Right.
everyone's in the loop.
Okay.
No more silos.
No more silos. I love it.
No more scrambling for updates.
It sounds like a project manager's dream come true.
It is.
No more chasing people down for status reports.
Exactly.
But let's be real.
Sure.
Nothing's perfect.
Of course not.
What are some hurdles companies face?
Well, yeah, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, you're right.
Uh.
One of the biggest challenges is organizational culture clash.
Culture clash.
Yeah, shifting from those traditional hierarchies to these collaborative, self-managing teams,
Yeah.
it can be a massive change for people.
I bet.
And not everyone embraces change easily.
That's true.
People get comfortable with the familiar,
Yeah.
and convincing them to embrace a new way of working can be tough.
You're telling me. It's like teaching an old dog new tricks.
It really can be.
So are there any other challenges?
Yeah, and don't forget about the learning curve.
Oh, the learning curve, of course.
Mastering Agile takes time and training.
Yeah, for sure.
Bit of trial and error.
Right.
Teams need to adjust.
They do.
And that can take a while.
Absolutely.
Then you've got technical challenges, too.
Like what kind of technical challenges?
Well, when you've got multiple teams
Okay.
working on different parts of a big project,
Yeah.
managing dependencies can be a real headache.
Keeping all those moving parts in sync.
Exactly.
That's got to be tricky.
It is. It's like conducting an orchestra,
Okay.
you know, making sure everyone's playing the right notes
At the right time.
at the right time.
All right.
And then there's legacy systems
Oh, yeah. Those.
trying to integrate Agile
Right.
with existing systems,
Right.
which can be really inflexible,
Yeah.
often a technical challenge.
Makes sense.
You know, we were reading about a company.
Okay.
They were struggling
Yeah.
to reconcile Agile's iterative approach with external regulations
Interesting.
and testing procedures.
Oh, wow.
So it's just a reminder that Agile,
Yeah.
not a one-size-fits-all solution.
It's about finding the right balance.
Exactly.
For your specific situation.
Yeah.
So speaking of different approaches,
Okay.
you've got Agile and you've got DevOps.
Right.
Are they the same thing?
That's a great question.
I've always wondered.
It's a common point of confusion.
Yeah.
They're closely related,
Mm-hmm.
often work hand in hand,
Okay.
but they're not interchangeable.
Okay, so how are they different?
Well, think of it this way.
Okay.
Agile focuses on the software development process itself.
Okay. The process.
Yeah, emphasizing collaboration,
Right.
iterative cycles,
Uh-huh.
delivering value to the customer.
Okay, so customer-centric.
Yeah.
All right.
DevOps
Yeah.
expands that focus
Okay. Yeah.
to encompass the entire software delivery lifecycle.
So it's bigger.
It's a bigger picture,
Okay.
bridging the gap between development and operations
Oh, interesting.
for smoother and faster releases.
So if Agile's like building a car efficiently,
Okay.
DevOps is making sure it gets to the showroom floor
I like that.
in pristine condition.
Perfect analogy.
Okay, so speaking of getting things done efficiently,
Yeah,
what role does technology play in all of this?
that's a good point.
Are there tools and platforms that support Agile practices?
Oh, there are tons.
There are.
Tons.
Okay, great.
Yeah, technology is really crucial for Agile teams
Okay,
to collaborate effectively,
Right,
to
yeah.
track their progress,
Okay.
to manage their work,
makes sense.
without drowning in chaos.
You need some tools for sure.
Yeah, you need some tools.
Okay.
So, for example, visual management boards like Trello.
Oh, yeah. Trello?
Fantastic for visualizing workflows,
Okay.
keeping everyone on the same page.
Right.
And then you've got collaboration and communication platforms like Slack.
Of course.
Makes it easy for teams to communicate in real time.
Yeah, that's essential for Agile.
Absolutely.
What about actual project management software?
You've got Agile project management software like Jira,
Sure.
super popular for managing tasks, sprints,
Right.
those all-important backlogs,
Right.
keeps teams organized and on track.
Got it. And aligned with those core Agile principles.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's zoom out for a moment.
Okay.
Look at the big picture.
Big picture.
What's the state of Agile in 2024? Is it a passing fad, or is it here to stay?
From what we've been seeing, it's definitely more than just a trend.
Okay.
It's becoming the standard way of working in many industries. Yeah, and it's not just limited to software development anymore.
It's not.
No, we're seeing it in finance, the public sector,
Wow,
even healthcare.
that's pretty remarkable.
It is.
So Agile's got a bright future.
I think so.
That's great.
And I think one of the things driving this adoption
Yeah.
is the rise of remote work.
Oh, of course, remote work.
Yeah, with more and more teams working remotely,
Right.
tools and technologies that support remote agile practices.
Yeah, they're becoming even more essential.
They are.
So how can organizations make sure their Agile practices
Right.
are adapted to this new world of remote work?
That's a hot topic in the agile community right now.
It is.
Yeah, remote work presents some challenges
Yeah.
and also some opportunities for agile teams. It
Interesting.
requires a greater emphasis on communication,
Right.
collaboration,
Okay.
building trust.
Yeah, because you don't have those in-person interactions.
Exactly.
So tools like Slack,
Right.
video conferencing become even more crucial.
There's
They're like the virtual water cooler.
That's a good way to put it.
Right. It's where everyone connects,
Yeah.
stays in sync.
Keeps those relationships going.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not just about the tools.
Right.
It's about adapting those agile practices to the remote context.
Okay, so how do you do that?
Well, for example, teams might need to adjust how often they meet, the format of those meetings. You know,
Right.
making sure everyone feels connected and informed,
Mhm.
but also not overwhelmed.
Right.
It's a balance.
It is a balance.
For sure.
What about visual management boards
Yeah.
and other Agile artifacts?
Right.
How do those translate to a remote environment?
That's where cloud-based tools come in.
Okay.
Platforms like Trello, Jira, Miro
Right.
allow teams to collaborate on these artifacts in real time.
Oh, that's cool.
no matter where they are.
So it's about creating that virtual agile workspace.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay.
And these tools have evolved so much
They really have.
to support remote agile. Some even offer features specifically designed for remote teams,
Oh, wow.
like virtual whiteboards
Okay.
for brainstorming real-time feedback tools.
That's really cool.
It's pretty amazing.
It is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So this makes me think about the future of agile.
Okay.
How do you see remote work shaping the evolution of agile
Right.
in the years to come?
That's a fascinating question,
It is a big one.
and one that I think a lot of people are thinking about.
Right.
I think we're going to see an even greater emphasis
Yeah.
on asynchronous communication and collaboration.
Synchronous communication. Okay.
As teams become more distributed
Right.
across time zones,
Makes sense.
across geographies.
So agile will need to become even more flexible,
It will.
even more
It
adaptable.
will. Wow. All right.
Yeah.
And I think we'll also see a continued focus on building trust,
Cog.
psychological safety
Right.
within those remote agile teams.
Yeah, I could see that.
This means creating a culture where people feel comfortable, right, speaking up, sharing ideas, challenging each other,
Yeah.
even when they're not physically present.
That's really important.
It is. So it's not just about the tools and the processes.
Right.
It's about the human element, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It sounds like agile is constantly evolving
It is.
to meet the changing needs
Yep.
of the software development world.
For sure.
It really is.
And that's what makes it so exciting to be a part of.
It really is constantly evolving.
It is. It's a journey.
It is. And that brings us back to agile transformation.
Yeah.
It's not about reaching a finish line, is it?
No, it's not a destination.
Right.
It's more about continuous improvement,
Okay.
adapting to the changing landscape.
So for those embarking on this agile journey,
Yeah.
what's one key question they should ask themselves as they take those first steps?
I think the most important question is why?
Right.
Why are you pursuing agile transformation?
Okay.
What are you hoping to achieve?
Yeah.
What problems are you trying to solve?
Makes sense.
How will you measure success?
So it's not just about doing agile for the sake of it.
Right.
It's about being intentional,
Yeah.
understanding the purpose behind it.
Exactly. Find the right agile approach for you,
Right.
for your organization, your teams, your goals.
And then constantly reflecting, adapting.
Always striving to improve.
Well, this has been incredible.
It has.
What a journey through the world of agile.
Yeah, it's been fun.
We've covered so much,
We have.
from the origins to the challenges
And the
to
opportunities?
the opportunities it presents in today's world.
Absolutely.
And for our listeners who are eager to learn more,
Yeah.
there's a whole universe of agile resources out there.
There is.
Articles, case studies,
Communities.
communities, training programs.
Oh, yeah. You name it, it's out there.
So dive in.
Dive
Who
in.
knows? You might discover a passion for agile you never knew you had.
You might.
And remember, agile can be a game changer.
It can be.
Embrace the change, and the results might just amaze you. That's it for this deep dive into agile transformation.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
We'll catch you next time.